Welcome to our Cleancast today. Thanks for joining us. Well, I've entitled this one Convention Time Part 1. This is being posted first part of August. And with that being posted the first part of August, it's hard to believe that within a month we're going to have the annual ISSA convention in Las Vegas. And this year it's very early. It's September 11 to 15. Generally it's in October, sometimes even into November. But I wanted to spend some time on this, and I'm not trying to be an advertisement for ISSA. In fact, we don't even necessarily have a very good relationship, but I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing this for you. It's a full week of learning. It's a full week of learning. There'll be, 16,000 plus people there. There'll be a trade show on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which I believe was 12, 13, 14. But it's that week. It's 11 to 15. 700 plus exhibitors from around the world. By the way, I said ISSA. It's ISSA Interclean is the official title for it. It's last year I mentioned ISSA and I was contacted and said it's ISSA Interclean. As I said earlier, don't even necessarily have a good relationship with them. I'd like to have, because we have some products that they could use. But anyway, full week of learning. Exhibitors from around the world. I mean, literally around the world. There'll be this year there'll be over 60, count them, 60 educational workshops of one form or another that ISSA will be putting on. And the one thing about it that they now have is they have, the Residential Association has merged with them. Cleaning for a Reason has merged with them. I think someone else, which I don't remember right now, also merged with them just recently. So they're bringing a lot of people under their umbrella. So as you go through that week, there are 60 some educational workshops, but you need to go through the program and see which ones are really for you and for the particular industry you're in, particular segment of the building service contracting or building service industry that you're in. They've got a lot of initials now, which, they got the SIMS program, they got the with CIMS, they got CITS, you can be an ICE, and there's others, there's a myriad others out there. When I think of these initials or things like that, I'm always reminded of old basketball coach at Marquette University back in the 70s and 80s, Al McGuire. He always lamented the fact that so many good major universities played what Dick Vitale would call cupcakes in the early season. He said, but Al McGuire would say, tired of playing those directional schools. Eastern Michigan plays Western Michigan, Northern Illinois plays Southern Illinois. And that's no take on those. He just said, Marquette, we play all those directional schools before we get down to business. And it's kind of like this. It's kind of like that with this. They have an abundance of initials of things that you can do. And by the way, they're good. While I kind of chuckle a little bit at all of these, they're very good. They're very well done. And so you should inspect those. They actually have training going on that week that you can look at. But some of the subjects they're going to be talking about is green cleaning in schools. One that really intrigues me is robotics and floor care. There'll be digital marketing. And then for those of you that are new to the convention, they will have a session there on Tuesday, the 12th, on just a guide to how to attend the convention, where everything is, because it's big. And so you need to understand that. Now, I should tell you, in all fairness, that if you register if you're a member of BSCAI, and you can register for the BSCAI Success Conference and get in free to the trade show. So, again, you may be a member of both. You may be a member. I for years have walked around with 2 badges, ISSA, BSCAI. I can get, I can get in trade shows. Believe me, I can get in trade shows. But anyway, for those of you that are new to the convention, you can do that new attendee orientation. I get several calls a month, from BSCs asking, what software should I have? What software should I be looking at? What's the best out there? And I give them 3 or 4 or 5, depending on what they're really specifically looking for, because I will go through a drill with them as to what they need and what they're looking for. And then based on that, I'll make 3 or 4 recommendations, maybe 5. But here's your opportunity that week, September 11 to 15 in Las Vegas. There's your opportunity to speak and talk and see demonstrations of actual software that you could lease or buy. No better chance. And I'd make out my list, and I want to go see, and then list all the software companies that are going to be there. ISSA puts out a magazine called, interestingly enough, ISSA Today. That's unique, and that's really creative. But in there, I just have their recent issue, which is the pre-convention issue in 2017. I don't see a date on it, but it's the pre-convention issue. And you can go to ISSA.com and get all the schedules too. But look at the vendors you want to go to. If you're in the software looking business, this is your time to go and talk to these people. There's been an abundance of software developers that have shown up on the floor the last few years as more and more people get into our industry. They find out that we're really in the building service business, building service contracting, and we manage a lot of square footage, and we need to also have software just like a lot of other people. And the truth of the matter is, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be looking as well as what's new and exciting for our industry. Because one of the things, again, as a consultant, I get asked, what about this, what about that? I don't pretend to know everything about everything, but I do pretend to know something about a few things. And at least what I try to do is, as I said earlier, give you 3 or 4 or 5 recommendations of people to talk to, and then you make your own choice. The keynote speakers this year are comedian Howie Mandel and former Dallas Cowboy quarterback Troy Aikman. Those are going to be the 2 key speakers. So let me suggest to you, register today, ISSA.com. Thanks for joining us today. See you next time.